In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the PockeLite F7 Fold. Now, if you haven't seen my unboxing video, go ahead and check it out first before watching this video. Now, I'm so glad that there are so many more companies now creating lights for videos. So bigger companies can hopefully bring down some of their prices, similar to how what Blackmagic did with the camera industry. Now, that being said, let's talk about the F7 Fold. Clocking in at 746 grams, the F7 Fold has an aluminum casing. The unit feels really solid. It feels really well made. Now, the body is also magnetic, so similar to all the lights I've been reviewing lately, you can pretty much slap this onto a lot of surfaces without having to get any other accessories. Now, the magnet is really strong in this one. It feels like the whole entire unit is actually magnetic. Now, the light comes with CCT, HSI, FX, RGB, and color gel modes, all of which are controllable with the app, which I will be making a separate video on since there's a lot to talk about it. Now, CCT mode goes from 2500 Kelvin to 9000 Kelvin. HSI, you can adjust the hue, saturation, and intensity. Now, the Fold comes with 20 FX presets such as candlelights, ambulance, so on and so forth. Now, RGB mode gives you the flexibility of creating your own lights, which is pretty sick in my opinion. For example, if we want to go down to 1900 Kelvin, which is the color temperature of candles, we can simply input 255 for the red, 147 for the green, and 41 for the blue, and voila, you got 1900 Kelvin. Granted, it's not gonna look just like candles since it's very hard to actually mimic lights like candles and tungsten lights, but it's nice to have that option if you absolutely need to mimic such lights. Now, the last mode is the Lee and Roscoe gel emulator mode. The light has a ton of built-in gels. Now, here's a list of the Lee filters in the F7 Fold. I went and Googled it so you guys can have a list. Now let's take a look at lux readings of the PockeLite Fold. At 5600 Kelvin, 100%, 3 feet away, the Fold can output 640 lux. 3200 Kelvin, 100%, the same distance, it can output 600 lux. Lastly, for just poop and giggles, I measured the light at 100%, 3 feet away at 9000 Kelvin, which I got 840 lux. That is very impressive for such a small light that measure 9 inches. Now, FalconEyes claims 96 CRI on this. Unfortunately, I don't have a color meter to measure, so I'm gonna have to trust my spider card for this to see how accurate the light is. Now let's take a look at the accessories that came with the light, the egg crate and the shower head diffuser. Let's see how this looks with them on. Now let's talk about power consumption. 5600 Kelvin, 100%, I got an impressive 155 minutes, 5 minutes more than the specs. Similarly to the F7, you can also power this up with a power bank. With a 2.4A power bank, you can go at 70%, but my power bank can do 3 amps, so I can output 100% output with that power bank. That's each light, so make sure you get 2 power banks if you need to power both of the lights. I was able to charge the Fold from 0 to 100% using a regular charger, and it took around 3 hours, but with my Qualcomm Charger 3.0 fast charger, I was able to charge it from 0 to 100 in 90 minutes. Again, that is actually really impressive. Okay, so now with improvements, here's some of my wishes on this light. First, maybe add another 1/4-20 hole on the light, maybe one on the bottom and one on the top. Second, maybe add a way to show that the light is completely charged. Now, the battery indicator shows full when I was charging it, but when I unplug the cable, the battery indicator shows it's not 100% yet. So I don't like leaving my electronics plugged in all day unless I absolutely have to. So when something is done charging, I usually like to unplug it. Lastly, let's talk about the price. At $269 US, I think the F7 Fold is a pretty darn good deal, considering on what you get for the price. I honestly think you can actually use this light as a key light as long as you don't go wider than a medium close-up. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will see you guys later.